Because Evelyn hates you.
Why are you doing this?
You're after the crystal, aren't you?
Do you know where it is?
I've gathered some friends just for you. Entertain them, and maybe I'll tell.
What is going on here?
Why are they so big? Why am I so small?
Poor little Rose. I'm waiting for you in the back bedroom.
I can actually save it on that? Let's play hide and seek. Can you make it all the way here without getting caught? Getting caught by what? Go to the bedroom? Getting caught by what? Getting caught by what? What am I getting caught by? I need answers.
Your friends want to play hide and seek. And you can save them on your way.
No. Oh, that music can go screw off. Also, I think I just found my new loop for music to play in the background before streams start and stuff. Just have this going.
I should keep heading this way?
Why is she going up and down? They're cheating. The thing's on the other side. Okay.
Wherever could little Rose be?
Wait, there's another. Oh god, there are two right there. Oh no 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 no. No 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 no. No 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 no. Does it go away? Okay, I see what I might have to do here. Okay, okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I have to get up there to get to it. How about the one... My alarm, it's fine. My alarm, normal alarm that goes off, went off, it's fine. Stealth jump scare on accident. Okay, jump down off of this and run, please. Run, girl, get some help.
You're so stubborn. Well, there's still plenty of friends waiting.
I don't like the idea that you have plenty of friends waiting. They're not friends. They're not my friends. They're your friends. Get that correct. Just like it's my mom, not your mom. My dad, not your dad. Is that what they'll do to me if I make noise? Do I just have to go by?
So many. If they see me, I'm toast. There's gotta be something I can do.
They all will go and attack that, and I have to be hidden back here to do it. Thank you, game, for telling me how to solve this. Yeah, the blonde one that they torched at the very first was definitely... No. Why is there more? No. No, 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 no. Please 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 no. Just rename the game Silent Hill. Just make that. Just do that. Oh, God. Really? Okay.
Just have to get past them. This reminds me of quite a few different sections of games where like the eyes of God are watching you type deal. How do I? No. Wait, wait, wait. Don't turn around that table and come the other way. Okay. I can't stand up, can I?
Had enough?
Yes. Oh, God. Oh, God. Come on. What do I do? That one patrols that side. Shut up, Evie. Okay. Then that one comes through. And that one makes it sweep and I go. Whee! What does that get me though? A little closer to the edge of insanity, I think is the answer. They both go. I go. And then that middle part they can't see in. So as long as when the two patrol units go by, there's one, there's two, then I go. Jesus H.
Did you hear that? Get her.
As long as they're busy getting that, I'll just be on my way. I don't know where to go now. Where do I go? Where's the place to go? I would like to know the place to go now. I figured it would be this would be cleared up, but no, it's not. Is there another floor? There's another thing. Okay. Please don't look at me. I'm afraid they'll drop something. No. That is not Mom. Don't check under the desk. You can't bend over like that. Your walk cycle have you turn around? It does. That was close. The chair isn't as safe as I think it is. But I think the box is. No. Shit. It was probably just Stunner. At least only the one's vision got me. Sorry, Rose. Come on. Heal up. You got your dad's jacket. It's got healing properties. It can even sew itself up. You got this. Come on. Heart thumpies go away. Thank you. I think it is too. I think I'm about to have a friggin' heart attack though getting there. Alright, where's the thing that breaks this though? I mean, I can't get over there as is. There. So glad they added... No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Crap. No. Oh. Oh, like my eyes are so wide open. I got tears coming out of them. Jesus. Wait, no, that doesn't count. She didn't see me though.
I didn't realize Mom was back on the loose. Shit. Okay, I'll live through this one, but does that mean Mom finds me immediately? Okay, just take the hit. My headache means I just take the hit. Stop thumping and pumping. Come on, we got stuff to do. I don't know where Mom came from, but Mom was not alerted to that one. Oh, great. That's where she came from. Oh, God. Okay. I think I'm through it. You good? It's fine.
No one likes Rose. Because she's a freak.
Hey!
She has those crazy powers. Just like her dad. That's why she doesn't have any friends.
Shut up!
You know it's true. What is wrong with her? She's afraid. Look at her.
No.
Afraid of what she might turn into.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Hey, Mom.
I gotta get out of here.
Oh, God, hi. No.
You're the girl without any friends.
Oh. Oh.
Leave me alone!
Oh.
Your friends.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Shut up!
Oh. I don't like. Oh, this is the worst.
Just shut up!
Oh, Mom's looking at me. I finally found you. Let's go.
I can't take much more of this. Why are they talking about my dad? I never even met him. No, I don't know. I don't know the first thing about him.
Oh.
I wish I did. All I know is he died protecting me. Sometimes I try to imagine what my life would have been like if he hadn't died. Would he have taught me to ride a bike? Helped me with my homework? Read me a story every night? Would he have been there for me? Proud of me? Sometimes, when I feel lost or afraid, I try to imagine what he might have said to me. Where are we? It feels familiar, like I've been here before. Look at all the decorations. Some kind of party?
Was this the house she was born into before they went to Europe? Don't forget to look upstairs.
Upstairs? I'll take a look.
After I do this. To do. Decorate the living room. Done. Get wine, put it in the dining room. Yep. Rose's other present in study. Hidden.
I'm so lucky to have you both in my life.
What's that voice? Is that... Dad?
No, this is
This
the...
must be my parents' house from when I was a baby.
It's the European house.
Bet other things also have my dad's memories.
She's so little. Hard to believe one day she'll be old enough to share a bottle of wine with her old man.
So Dad was a wine drinker.
She bangs her spoon every time I play this. I wonder if she'll be a musician.
I wonder if Dad played any instruments.
She just cannot get enough of this stuff.
I bet Dad would feed me as soon as I started crying.
Rose is such a picky eater. All she ever wants is fruit puree.
I guess I've always loved fruit.
Well, I believe this game has decided to kill my feelings and any sense of emotion that could ever possibly inhabit the space that was formerly known as my heart. I don't want to go upstairs.
This tune has always been special for our family.
I think I've heard this before. It's pretty.
I'm not going to her bedroom first. Ethan, don't forget, Rose's half birthday is on the 2nd. I'm going to make an amazing cake, so you better eat it. In fact, I'm going to make a cake for every special occasion we have. I want you to take lots of pictures for our family album.
I haven't seen Mom in ages.
Where'd Mia go? MIA again? I'm not touching. I don't know what to I don't know what to touch.
I know. She's probably a little too young for this, but it was too cute.
I wonder how we played with this.
All right, time for her bedroom. It was her dad.
This is my bedroom?
Kinda. Your bedroom slash guest bedroom slash mom, dad probably slept in here. Can I go in here first? February 2nd is Rose's half birthday. Half a year in a blink of an eye. I wanted to capture this moment, these feelings, so I wrote something special. Might have gotten a bit sappy though. I'd feel embarrassed if anyone stumbles across it, so it's safe in the sideboard for now. The key is behind my favorite photo. Well, now I know what will finish this off. I'm checking these things out.
She's already growing out of these onesies?
I can't believe I was ever this tiny.
She's growing so fast. Getting bigger every day.
This crib is so little.
I wonder if she'll look like me when she grows up.
Oh, I looked so happy. A letter for me?
Happy half-birthday, Rose. My gift to you is a promise. I'll always be there for you, no matter what. I'll be there every birthday to watch you blow out the candles on your cake. I'll be there to make you breakfast and walk you to school every day. I'll be there when you have a bad dream and sing to you until you fall back asleep. I'll hug you tight when you're troubled or worried and tell you that everything's gonna be all right. You are my precious Rose. Never forget that, Dad.
No one loves you.
Oh, fuck off, Evie.
No! No! Michael! Michael, help! Michael! No!
Well.
Guess what? That thing you're looking for isn't here.
So, you don't have the purifying crystal?
Of course not. For that, you'll have to go deeper. Much deeper. Poor Rose. She can't trust anyone.
Why are you doing this?
No one loves you. And when you're dead, no one will care! Enough games. Now you're drowned.
No one
You
drown.
need to get out of this house.
Dad. Dad.
I came first.
First?
Or does she only want you?
What are you talking about?
Can you through this? No. Wait, no. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No, I didn't want to see. Oh God, his mom. Oh God, no. No. Everything that you, oh, Evie, you're sadistic.
Now you're drowned. I came first.
First?
I have to backtrack. Okay, I get it now.
Or does she only want you?
What are you talking about?
Okay.
Look at you! You are beyond worthless! Seriously, what is your problem?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be called Evie after I have to deal with this either.
Just so
Whoa.
So red, never enough!
No, 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 no. No, I'm gonna be eaten and swallowed. Please, let me out.
Where do you think you're? Oh, look! Your families!
What do you mean?
This shit!
Oh, wait, they're not gonna stop even if I'm looking at them.
Die! Die!
No, no, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no.
Should have chance. They were supposed to die and join me here. Let's go. What? Stop it! How are you even here?
Michael! Good, you made it out.
Time to move.
Evelyn? That little girl?
Oh, yes. Yeah, now she knows it's Evelyn. Okay, I'd be mad too. I'd be super mad if an agent called me Evelyn after all this. We still can't get out. What are we supposed to... I can help when she's weak. These should help. Don't panic, you've got this. Oh boy.
Never! Never! I have been such Die! We were supposed to be a family!
There we go. I gotta hide behind something when she attacks.
Completely obsessed with stupid old Rose! If you'd never been born, it would have been perfect! Die here!
I don't want to die here. Thank you.
This is stupid!
The rule of three didn't apply?
Go away!
Oh, what was that? What am I? No, 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 no.
You're worthless! You're worthless! Nothing! Freak! No breath!
You have me. Oh.
No escape!
believe how useless I am. No wonder no one loves me. What now? This is all your fault! And I will never let you have what you want!
Rose, look out! Don't give up, Rose. Find that crystal.
I hate having extra emotions being a parent. Ah.
Michael? Are you there?
Rose, look out!
He saved me. But he didn't make it. That voice. My dad's voice.
Yep.
Is Michael my dad?
Don't give up, Rose. Find that crystal.
Because of him, I can keep going. I have to find that crystal.
Ouch.
I'm on my own, but I have to keep going.
I don't believe for a second that she's actually on her own. Not for a second. But we have to keep going. Yeah. Find the purifying crystal, explore your surroundings. Wait, explore your surroundings is still a thing. Okay. All right. With enough of a break to dry eyes, because the tears started flowing, Daddy Dearest is confirmed to be our guardian angel Michael. And I just want to say, for the record, whoa, wait. I thought this was the wreckage for the Duke. This is the wreckage that had her stolen, isn't it?
What's all this doing out here?
What was I gonna say? My brain got kerfuffled for a second. That once again, Michael being an angel that she named, I think that they're playing this tongue in cheek, and I think we're going to have to face either more of Evelyn, but I doubt Evelyn because it looks like he's saved. I think we got to face Miranda, and that's what it feels just personally to me like this game is going to lead to, because they named him Michael. For those who don't know about the angel Michael, don't worry about it. The Three Pillars was another faith that came in the 1800s, so what blah blah blah. All you gotta know is that when it comes to anything written about the Archangel Michael, he is the one that has documents saying that he is the slayer of Satan. So if you didn't know that little tidbit, maybe you'll know why my ears and eyes perked up when he, instead of settling on Gabriel as a name, the Archangel Gabriel, Michael is the only archangel mentioned in every single mentioning of archangels mentioned in any of the four different religion scriptures that Michael's mentioned in all of them. It's the only one of, I believe, 4 mentioned consistently. Only one that's mentioned every time, and is these in 2 of the 3 pillars of Judaism, Christianity, Islamic faith. He is the slayer of Satan. So there's your little debrief on why my religious studies background immediately picked up and was just like, oh, Jesus was like, Gabriel, Michael, and it's like, Michael. I'm like, okay. I think that might be foreshadowing, but like in a very tongue-in-cheek way. But we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Oh, I got more rounds. Good. But then again, he just did tackle Evelyn, so maybe that's why. Oh, no. Does she really have to traverse the village? What?
Where the hell am I? What is this place?
I'm not really fond of what this is inferring right here. Head for the giant core. I mean, what? Who? That's me. Can I shoot the crows? Nope.
What?
Oops, almost forgot a thing.
They're all me. Just like in the castle.
I'm gonna still hedge my bets on the fabrications of you made by Miranda to test on because she was weakened by you. I don't like that. Stay down, please. All right, so they didn't listen to my politely asking for them to stay down. I still haven't created any ammo, so. Yeah, the first handgun and shotgun he gets in this village are what you're using. I don't think that's coincidence. Coinky dink? I think not. I'll actually make... Oh, I got plenty. I don't know why I did that. I've got the ability to make another pipe bomb, which should probably come in handy. Rusted scrap for shotgun shells. I'll choose that later. Handgun rounds. Yeah. So, okay. We're good like this. Wait. Handgun ammo. Yay, even more. Okay. Now I won't feel bad putting more down. No, 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 no. That's Miranda's laugh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Definitely Miranda's laugh. I'm trying to pick up the stuff that's behind me. Didn't I see something behind me, or was it here? Handgun ammo. Okay. Oh, a sprig of white sage. Okay, I got it covered. I can use my powers and everything. I got all the things covered. Let's go. Wait, what? Excuse me? Wait, this is... Oh, no.
I need to find that crystal.
Yeah, but you're going down to the Megamycete. The Megamycete's down here. Or this is an image of where the Megamycete was. What? I'm sorry?
Is this where those copies of me came from?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say hearing Miranda's laugh at the same time as seeing clones means that Miranda's consciousness has still been in the Megamycete sample that they've got, experimenting on how to come back. And probably, since she's obsessed with her daughter, still how to use Rose as a vessel for Ava. Gonna go out on a limb, since it's not like the game is just spelling it out for you that seems like what's happening. So it's not really going out on a limb as more as it is being able to have a brain. The Megamycete absorbs all memories of life within its reach, but there are laws which govern this world within it. It seems worthwhile to catalog them as they become apparent. 1. The memories that comprise this realm do not strictly reflect reality. 2. Only those who are attuned to the Megamycete in life retain control of their faculties here in this realm. That would be Evelyn, Dad, and... Wait. Evelyn, Dad, and Miranda. Miranda must be writing this. Hold on, though. That doesn't answer if the Duke actually died in the explosion that when when Ethan detonated it. Control over their faculties. The Duke had control over some faculties. He just wrote down he doesn't remember how he got there or who, like what he's doing. What is the definition of having control over one's faculties? All right. This aligns with my understanding of the Megamycete as revealed to me in its visions before my death. That's Miranda. Yes, my death. My physical body is gone, absorbed into the Megamycete. Thank you! Ethan was absorbed! And yet I do not despair, for this fate has granted me fascinating insights. All those years I strived, have continued to strive, they are not for nothing. The memories, the consciousness, understanding, and knowledge I accumulated in life have transferred here to the Megamycete, where it serves as a source of power within this realm. If I can harness this power, I believe I can use it to affect the thoughts and memories of others. Of course, Of course, it's hardly a perfect arrangement, with so many minds and memories gathered here. Finding and retrieving a single person from amidst the rabble has proven an immense challenge. Her memories are here, yes, but I wanted to say desolate, and now my brain can't say, like, dissolve and dissolute. Whatever. Dissolute? Perhaps what is needed is the right vessel unto which to hold her. Yeah, it's Ava. And of course, I know of the perfect vessel. The only real candidate in all my years of searching. Rosemary Winters. Okay. That explains it. So, Kay actually wasn't doing it. It was either Miranda reaching out using the piece of the Megamycete to make Rose get here, or it was Miranda controlling K9, whatever, to tell Rose to get here. One way or the other, it's Miranda screwing around with things again. My physical body is gone. Well, that little bit might dash my hopes. I was hoping that crystal's power could basically strip Ethan of the idea that he is a symbiotic being made of mold and other things. Strip him of everything that basically makes him where he has to stay dead and listen, be alive. But I'll say more on that later because whatever.
Someone's been here.
Yeah, someone's been here. Seems like a lot of people have been here. A lot of you have been here, to be exact. There's not enough space. Gasp. It's the dreaded sorting game. Wait. Ta-da. I had intended to duplicate Rosemary Winters with the hopes that a perfect replica might serve as a suitable vessel. So she can make life. Okay, so there's hope for my theory that her dad can be saved from this because she was trying to make a vessel. She was trying to create one. Okay. However, the results were less than ideal. It would seem that some sort of interference is preventing me from creating a suitable replica. It's called Daddy Dearest, and he doesn't like you. Instead, I have succeeded in making what is, essentially, a living doll. It resembles the real thing, yes, but it has no power. Such a pathetic husk could never prove suitable as a vessel. I will continue my efforts in hopes of discerning the source of the interference. Several hypotheses have come to mind thus far. One, the fact that Rose herself is still alive. That's why she dragged me here. She tricked Kay, or she actually tricked my mind in believing Kay brought me here. So, 2, some other actor within the realm. Evelyn and Dad. 3, a flaw in my method of production. I actually wouldn't know what the third one is about a method of production. Like, other than the idea of you can't make something out of nothing, so, you know, can't break the laws of that. The conservation of mass and energy. None of these seem especially likely to be the sole reason, nor are any of them easy problems to solve. Perhaps my best hope is to somehow bring Rose into this realm. Oh God, yeah. Were she to offer herself as a vessel, it would be so Oh. If she gives up her power, she gives up the perfected Evelyn that she is. Meaning that she turns into a vessel for Ava. Oh. 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 So, it just dawned on me what's happening here. Yep. If she gives up her power willingly, Miranda doesn't have to fight her because Miranda lost in the last fight. And definitely in the last fight got weakened to the point that Ethan could kill her, at least her physical body. Instead, she is absolutely tricking Rose into believing that she could be normal by giving up her powers, but it makes her into a perfect vessel for Ava the second that she doesn't have the perfect strain of Evelyn in her, the perfected form of the Megamycete. Crap. Additional observations. Further experiments with these Rose copies, as I've taken to calling these husks, have yielded another interesting wrinkle to pursue. When subjected to situations evoking extreme terror, they actually begin to express some semblance of Rose's abilities. Oh, really? This warrants more research. And I think that my first creation, the Masked Duke, is just the one to perform this stress test. Okay. That still does not... Shut up, watch. That still doesn't explain whether the mass... Was the Duke killed in the explosion? Is that why the Megamycete has his essence in it? Or did she just create... So she created she created him in this... What is this world called? In the Megamycete world.
They couldn't have been watching me the entire time. Could they?
Yeah, they could. They certainly could. It would seem that at some point during my experiments with consciousness, an intruder made herself at home in my realm, Evelyn. This intruder was none other than the failure, Evelyn, who has been running about enacting her own pitiful agenda, which has led to a slight disruption in my own plans. Had Evelyn not interfered, Rosemary Winters would have been on the verge of despair, dispossessed of her will to live and her Megamycete powers. Instead, a new passion burns within her. I shall have to extinguish her. She just wrote this note now. Had Evelyn not interfered, Rosemary would have been on the verge of despair, dispossessed of her will to live and her Megamycete powers. Okay, yep. It's all about getting rid of her powers. Am I really going down the road of, like, we're in endgame now? Is this endgame? I think it's endgame. Wait. I need to... Something has to go, and it's not one of the... Dadgummit. Alright, I have enough healing items. Shotgun ammo. Handgun ammo. Let's do it. Wow, yeah, okay. So a few theories, seem to be coming together, and a few theories got completely dispelled. She is absolutely playing the long game on this one, so for sure there is no time jump. Because she got made fun of as a kid.
There's that feeling again. It's so strong. It must be the crystal.
Let's see. That pool I've been feeling is close, but I just can't go any further. I thought I had made it when I saw that blue light, but not quite. If only I'd been braver, faster, stronger. So close. I was so close. Oh, is there a Rose that almost made it?
I'm almost there. Michael.
You can just say dad. You know it's your dad. You just said it was. You know it is. And this is where the Megamycete...
It's through here.
Okay, though. Hold on. Hold your horses. Black God. That's what I was confused on at the very end of Resident Evil 8 fighting Miranda. She called it the Black God at one point. I never picked up on that. Black God. So she thinks of it as a god. She really has gone off the deep end. Which lives in us and in which we live. Create for us a new world as befits your will. Your dark consciousness holds for us a second chance, graciously offered and joyously oh yeah, if they lit the mega... Oh yeah, because of what the Megamycete can do, if the Megamycete is actually let loose, it can make everybody into the people that she wants to. It can bring all the dead back to life. But just using other people's bodies, and she's looking for specific things and specific memories, and it wouldn't be anything perfect, and it would just be chaos, and it'd be a bioweapon, and she's crazy. Okay. You drink the blood of the lost lamb as it falls upon your darkened earth. The village, not to destroy, but to preserve, and once again deliver unto life.
This is some twisted shit.
I mean, it is twisted. I see what she's doing. It's twisted. Let's go. Super twisted. Super freak.
This one's the real deal. I can feel it.
Wait, no. That's bad. Didn't you just read it? It's bad it's working. Wait, what? No, that's bad.
Oh my god. Is this what normal feels like?
Rose, I've waited so long for you.
Who are you?
My name is Miranda.
What?
You had become so powerful. Far too powerful for me to subdue directly. So, I had to lure you into this realm so that you might willingly relinquish your powers.
No, but Kay said...
Did he? Or did I? That was an illusion. Very convincing, wouldn't you say?
No way.
Now you can become the vessel for my Eva!
I thought it was Ava. Eva. Okay. Wait,
Run!
Ethan, you pest!
Go!
Even he can manifest. He can't save you, Rose! No one can. Rose!
Rose, hurry!
You can't escape!
What?
Not from me!
Dad, wait, hold up. Is it really you?
Yes, but right now, run! Run!
it's actually Ethan. He's got his wedding ring.
Thanks. Michael!
I didn't want to complicate things. I just needed you safe. And I'm sorry I left you alone. But I had to find a way out. And I did. It's just ahead.
Rose!
Get away from my brother! Stay away from my family! Rose, come on!
Wait, what?
You can't escape with Rose. Ethan! Persistent as always!
Rose, now's your chance. Go live a normal life. Make friends. No one will ever call you a freak again.
But
Rose, just go!
I don't want to leave you!
I know. I love you, but I need to know that you're safe. So please, just...
Ethan, you insolent pest!
I got this. Get out of here.
Don't worry, Dad. I've got this.
You think your powers will allow you
Ooh,
to stand
okay,
against me
okay.
in the heart of my domain?
Okay.
How intent you were on Mike
What?
throwing them away? I think they just might.
Why?
Whoa. Whoa.
Don't resist.
What? What?
There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. And even if you were to survive, what would be the point? You can save yourself. You are of two different worlds. Here I come.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa.
I won't let you do this.
Whoa.
Possess such power.
Are these the powers that Chris didn't even know about? Are you kidding me?
Let's see this power. Why suffer needs?
No. I did the wrong thing. I missed her.
This
What? Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm absorbing one more.
there's no shields. This will also be
Okay.
How about this?
How do I make the tree stump? How do I make the tree? I'm trying to make the tree and the
Offer
control.
yourself unto me. There's nothing.
There we go. I don't know why it's being a little finicky with the control.
What is this? It took so much to lure me. But you're incredible. Well,
What? I don't like Miranda's little black and white world.
It's your plan.
come! Be by my side!
Whoa.
You will! Now! We cultivated this world within the Megamycete to resurrect my spirit. No matter how many times I created, no one had the power to that is why it must be. You are the only one who can bring her back to me. Whatever it takes, whatever I must do, I will see this. Do you still not see? There is no happy ending.
Says the wicked witch at the end of her reign.
And you kill the only one who understands you.
Whoa.
You just won't give up. You really are. That stubborn knife that shines inside you makes you the perfect vessel.
What is... Hey, full
Your
recharge.
time is at an end.
That
Oh, there's my dad. There's Dad. Oh, I can't see her.
There's no shields. There's nothing.
Why won't it let me do the dang thing? And when it finally let me do it, it didn't get her.
Suffer needs.
Oh.
Don't resist.
Okay.
This is
my power now.
Whee! Where'd she go? Got her.
impossible. I shall finish this.
I don't like the idea of her saying that she's gonna finish. Dang it.
There is no victory.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What?
My struggle comes to fruition.
What? I'm sorry?
Rose! Over here!
Dad!
Wait, what? No.
This! Take her down!
No.
Oh, I will.
Return and yield your strength.
so much power. You truly would have been the perfect vessel for my Eva.
I'm not a goddamn vessel. I'm not some stupid copy. I'm me, Rose. And you're done.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh my god!
You're so grown up now. And even though I wasn't there with you, I've always watched over you. I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you.
All you've ever done is protect me.
No. Not this time. You lost your chance. I'm so sorry.
No. It was my choice. And I don't regret it one bit. If I had left you, then we never would have had this chance to talk face to face. So it's okay. I'm okay.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so very proud of you. I love you, Rose.
I love you too, Dad. I'm back. I'm back. Dad.
Yep.
Do you think the little boy will be able to touch the moon?
Nobody can touch the moon.
She
It's
joined
too far
Chris
away.
after all that.
Wait, what if he has a rocket ship?
Okay, then you can touch it, but it'd be very, very cold.
You were being silly. I don't think the moon feels
Now she knows her dad. Not all of his memories. Not like I theorized, but she knows him. Well, this just hurts a lot more now.
Hey, Dad. Happy birthday.
He put his family before all else. Still. Yeah, that hurts more.
Sorry I missed last week. I have a lot of tests coming up. You know how it is. Talk of the goddamn devil. Duty calls. I love you.
Duty calls. She totally joined. She said she saw what the squad went through, and
Yeah,
now
I found her. Where else? The day of all days. We have a situation. You're needed, Evelyn.
Don't you ever call me that again.
Whoa, it's just a joke, Rose.
I
can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
We
have a clear shot.
Stand down. I can handle it. She's just a kid.
Way to keep it together, Rose.
You're a lot like him, you know?
I know.
And then the figure walking down the street. They break for it. I want to be able to try to explain how that might be Ethan. They linger on it. They linger longer on it. Now I need to put my thoughts together. To see if there's anything else as I still speed think. There is nothing else. I did beat it in 3.5 hours. It is a shorter DLC, but it is worth it considering you get third person mode, which a lot of people wanted to be able to experience the game in third person. So, you know, you get bang for buck, and I think I saw extra mercenary stuff. Green Tea Serena is starting to grow on me, completely consumed. I don't know what can be unlocked, but we're going to go and see about unlocks, see if I can finish off my thoughts. Okay. The only way I really know how to put this is that this is actually some of the most quality DLC I have ever seen. It is beatable in 3.5 hours. And I think some people would argue that that makes it not worth the sticker price. I have two things to say about that. For somebody who can beat Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, in 2 Remake, it doesn't matter if it's A or B scenario. I'm beating it like, I can beat it in 2 hours or less type deal. 3.5 hours worth of content that's very good jam-packed story content actually is more content, in my opinion, than even Resident Evil 2 Remake. I know people immediately be like, well, there is more and blah, 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 and it could be just... Actually, I would disagree. My first impression of Shadows of Rose is that there's more, and this is coming from someone who likes story-based everything. I like my horror to be based in stories of telling a very, very good narrative, and the idea that I can get the narrative in other games is that this is me strictly saying I hate playing the comparison game, but for anyone who would ever say, like, as a downside, that I just noticed it was like 3.5 hours and I was able to beat Shadows of Rose. I want to immediately try to kibosh that one of saying, when it comes to bit for bit of content that I felt I got, of story, of something to sink my teeth into, I want to say that this is some of the best I feel like has been given to the community, and it's well deserved given that Village deserved to have more fleshed out. Ethan's character was a very easy to overlook but very well fleshed out character, and the idea of his daughter existing is a big deal for the entirety of the universe of what it means to have bioweapons living, to monitor them, to have them living alongside other human beings, and to kind of show an example of, you know, things that we didn't get to see on screen as much. Things like Sherry is also a bioweapon. Sherry is infected with the G virus and the antigen keeps it under control. So Sherry is basically Wolverine. It's really, really hard to kill her. That makes her, in essence, what the BSAA defines as a bioweapon. Any biological thing that can be weaponized to be used against others. Sherry's genetic makeup in and of itself can be weaponized to be used against others. Even if it's the idea that she can't be killed so easily, she can be sent in as an unkillable soldier given she falls into the correct hands. So it really was deserved. And even when people want to play the comparison game, I'll immediately say, when you try to compare a DLC against a full-fledged game, that's not fair. But even when it comes to beat for beat of like story, impact, meaningful, like driving a narrative forward, this does it better than the vaunted games that people keep throwing over my head over and over, of being like, hey, what do you think is the best game, or compare it to Resident Evil 2 or 3? I don't like making those comparisons, but I will say I like stories, and this gave me a lot of story to chew on, and more story I feel like than I've gotten since Resident Evil 7 dropped. Since Resident Evil 7 dropped with its DLCs of the bedroom DLC, and actually being able to play through as the cameraman and how he died, and being able to see Not a Hero and everything, I feel like this is the most that meat I've been given from Capcom since Resident Evil 7. So that is going to put me at a solid 6 years of me saying it's been that long since I've gotten this kind of meat to chew on. Which means I should be really, 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 really excited about Resident Evil 9, because it is in development. Can it fall into development hell? Sure. But is it in development? Well, for those who don't know how game development works, you might be surprised to realize that a lot of games can be a third of the way finished and be shelved forever, a decade, or never get released. And they are playable to a certain extent. Assets are in it, whatnot. The Resident Evil 9 is, for a fact, in development. How far it is, I don't know. What the storyline is, I don't know. Don't know over the time of when I'm playing this and everything. The time of it's posting. What I can say is that this sets a precedent that I don't know how Capcom's going to run with it, but I'm going to trust that the community at large will let Capcom cook and do its thing without immediately getting on Capcom's case, because I'm afraid this could go one of two ways. If they really buckle down on the story that they're building here, the story of furthering Chris's characterization, the story of we now have the backstory of the Winters and where they come from and how they could be included in the universe. We now have the story of how a bioweapon could be allowed to walk among the masses, almost unchecked kind of deal, and be allowed by... I can't even confirm the BSAA is still standing at this point. I can only confirm they're on American soil and that Chris is still leader of Hound Wolf Pack, Hound Wolf Squad. So I can't confirm that that is BSAA orders by the time we see the end credits for this, just that Chris is in charge. But then again, at the end of Revelations, Chris was also in charge and helped found the BSAA. Chris was basically also in charge of spearheading, working with Blue Umbrella at the end of Resident Evil 7. Chris has been in charge of a lot of things. It doesn't mean the BSAA is involved. What it does set a precedent for is supernatural powers in Resident Evil that do not need to be explained in their entirety to incorporate into the game. That both excites me and frightens me. If we go story-wise and listen really closely to when I give just an analysis of just this, and then I'll just give my thoughts, real quick thoughts on how I think the events maybe worked in this. But if they buckle down on the story, they won't be able to let her powers go unchecked. If they buckle down on telling a good thought out story like they did for Resident Evil 7 and 8, where there is a narrative, you are playing through the narrative, you are engaged with the story, you are able to do all these things, then even if Resident Evil 9 has a character like Rose as a playable character, it won't be an issue, because we did need a precedent set for how do you deal with playable characters who have supernatural powers. Case in point, Jill. Jill is also a bioweapon at this point by definition of BSAA. She has been infected with the T-virus and lived, and through Wesker's meddling and her original infection from the T-virus in Resident Evil 3 that was actually suppressed, not cured, it changed her genetic makeup, which what allowed her to survive her encounter with Wesker and for her to be in Resident Evil 5. So it does help things like Jill to come back, because the idea of her rapidly aging basically can be suppressed by the T-virus. When the T-virus does what it's supposed to, it does give somebody superhuman abilities, and you get to see some of them on display in Resident Evil 5. So it sets a precedent for letting Jill basically be superhuman in the game without it being like a mercenaries mode. Because we've always got mercenaries modes where like Wesker can run around at super speed. And we've gotten special modes like Resident Evil 0 where it's Wesker mode. You can just zip through all the carts as a Wesker and like be a god in the game. Now we have the idea of what if we wanted to put Jill back into a game? She is by default superhuman. And again, Sherry. How do we put Sherry into a game? 6 showed us she is superhuman. So if she's put into a game, she's basically like a wild card of magic. How does Sherry live? Magic. G-virus. Why doesn't the G-virus make her rapidly, like, to her dad? Antigen. We could just throw out terms. But this DLC, I think, does a very good job of solidifying that her powers don't have to be fully explained to drive forward the narrative, but her powers will never overextend their reach and become something that detracts from the narrative. I do not believe that last fight had any detracting factors, nor did I cry any less when she had her last conversation with her dad, nor did I cry any less when that happened because she all of a sudden now had superhuman powers. And it's obvious she has those powers in reality. That maybe her shifting back and forth that fast might not be something she can do in reality, but the idea that she can do what Miranda did in the final fight just on a whim, yes. That's more or less the game confirming she can do that. She is capable of basically controlling the Megamycete and her surroundings to an extent to where she would look superhuman. That she can use the quorum, I always forget the term, dadgummit, but the ability for her to command other cells around her and to communicate with other cells and change the cellular makeup, which is known as quorum, starts with an S. Crap. Quorum sensing. Thank you to BJ for that one. Due to the idea of the things like quorum sensing, it would make sense that she in the wild basically could actually control her powers and do things. I think the 9 is on a precipice. 9 is on a precipice of either starting to tank the franchise again or starting to make the franchise really great moving forward. And I think they did a really good job of making sure that this is Resident Evil Village Shadows of Rose. In that, you did not hear me drop Resident Evil a number. So I think Resident Evil 9, once again, I do not believe you're going to hear Resident Evil 9 being what Capcom pushes. They're trying to get away from numbers. And I think that proves they're trying to get to story. They want to talk about the story, the lore that they built up, and they don't want it to be overwhelming. They don't want it to be overbearing for new people. So I think that's why, like, Resident Evil 7 and 8 kind of solidify who are the Winters family. Like, who's Mia, who's Ethan, but who is Rose? Now her backstory is told. We don't have to go rehash that. But now she is fair game in the franchise to be able to bring in somebody who, you know, they can bring in a supernatural entity, like, you know, how the Lycan in this game were not explained until the end, where it was just like, oh, we inject wolf bloods into their spine because Moreau is losing his mind, and it made him grow fur. And now they're acting feral. They already had the Kadao in them. They were infected with the Megamycete. Some of them had the Kadao, whatever. But then he went off and injected them in the back with actual wolf's blood. And there you get your pseudoscience explanation of how they grew all that. So TLDR, they set a precedent for being able to have supernatural powers not overpower the story. That makes me very excited. That makes me very scared knowing that the Resident Evil community on Reddit, on other social platforms, and those that are willing to write on now called X, but used to be called Twitter, but you still tweet on the platform, whatever you want to call it. And those who communicate with Capcom directly like to harass Capcom about what they're doing. I think, in my humble opinion, that the next Resident Evil would have supernatural elements to it that would take time to cook into the idea of how it is grounded in pseudoscience still. And I think what Resident Evil 7 and 8 did a good job of is that while 8 really stretched the science of what mold and fungi can actually do, because 7 didn't actually stretch it all that much. 8 did. 8 took it way far. I think now you can bring it back and dial it back a bit and have a very, very reasonable way to explain another pseudoscientific thing that happens, another virus, another bio outbreak. I mean, the game's called Biohazard. You could have another biohazard where it's just that Rose, by extension, would be able to detect what the actual cause of the biohazard is by her existing, and things like she can detect it, Sherry can survive it because Sherry can like regenerate, that kind of deal. That Jill can fight it because they might be super speed to other people, whatever this new thing that they would present in the next Resident Evil. It could be too fast for other people to hit. It might be too hard for other people to survive an attack from. But someone like Jill, who is superhuman and a bioweapon herself, could possibly make an appearance and be able to fight it herself too. So it sets a great precedent. Unless people complain about the content they get, in which case they might truncate the story. And the second you truncate a good story like this, you get into the grounds of the supernatural elements overtake the story, and it feels like a cheesy, stupid, knockoff horror game / mystical magical game where they sprinkled pixie dust on top of it. Shadows of Rose gives me a lot of hope for the franchise, that they will ignore a lot of people that hated on them for Resident Evil 3 and didn't give them time to put out DLC and ruined it for the rest of us. And a lot of people who said that probably, I bet the internet's already saying that Shadows of Rose was too short of a DLC. Maybe they can look past all of it. With the Mercenaries mode that's in here, the replayability of the games, I hope people can see the potential that is sitting right here in our laps for them to be able to make a new biohazard that they can then extend to say modern science couldn't detect it fast enough. But if Rose basically can say, no, modern science can detect it, it's not what you think, then Rose's powers then fit into a good cohesive storyline. Do you see what I'm saying? Like Rose's power all of a sudden fits into a storyline of, oh yeah, let me check this. And now science, it gets to come like in a full circle back to science, where it's a biohazard. And now the BSAA or Chris or whatever is fully involved. And it doesn't feel like your suspension of disbelief has to be so far out there. It just gets to feel like you're playing another Resident Evil, that you don't understand what's going around you, just like Resident Evil 7. You don't understand what's happening. You're just Ethan thrown into it. Resident Evil 8, you don't understand what the lichens are, but eventually it's explained. Resident Evil 9, you don't understand what's happening. They can stretch it even further and then dial it back by saying like Rose's involvement, Sherry's involvement, Jill's involvement, basically walking biohazards that have magical powers. Their involvement can let science and the pseudoscience that would uncover the mystery of the new biohazard catch up, so that we would have a cohesive narrative. If that's what happens, I'm really excited for the franchise and what they're doing. If people complain about the story that goes behind it, I'm really scared that this is the last really good piece of content we're gonna get in a while. And if it's the last really good piece of content we'll get in a while, then I'm happy with it. I really like this DLC. I had so many theories about how this would go down, and some of them didn't work out, but I will at least pat myself on the back for saying this. I caught the ring. I caught the idea that the epilogue is actually going to happen after the DLC. I banked on the idea that it's more likely it's after the DLC. So I liked the idea that a great story, the way a great story is formulated is that anybody who has a critical eye, anybody who critically looks at the story should be able to pick up on the cues that the story itself is dropping, the hints and the lore. You should be able to yourself critically look at it and have feasible, logical guesses as to what should come next. So if there's a DLC expanding on Rose, a good story and good writing dictates you should be able to play Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, and come up with a plausible theory on what Shadows of Rose would have been. And I have to applaud the game and give myself a little pat on the back that yes, it absolutely did that. I was able to come up with a plausible theory that more than half of the things I theorized in the last stream I did leading up to this, and the last 2 or 3 streams I did of when I was playing Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7 again to get ready to play Shadows of Rose, came to fruition. They're exactly what happened. Rose did get the ring from her father, not from Chris. Even during the gameplay, I was able to figure out that K9 was not actually K9, or that it was Miranda manipulating K9. I was able to figure out that it most likely was not a time skip because of the clues finally that I'm having to put together. I was able to figure out that her powers most likely were something that she had to come to, you know, to accept or whatnot through the DLC. And that's why she could say I have powers that Chris doesn't even know about, because there were clues and signs along the way that's how it, and the idea that she would have extra special things and extra, even the idea that I could put out the term quorum sensing and it actually apply, and they're using the terminology that describes the properties of how quorum sensing works, that those of us more scientifically inclined to look up those things could actually make a guess of what's going on. It's story writing done correctly. And the best combination you can ever get out of survival horror is surviving the horror that is very well written. Mad props to Shadows of Rose. This is one of the best DLCs I think I've ever played for any game, hands down. This is how DLC is supposed to be done. This is how DLC expands on stories. This is how DLC is planned in advance. This is how DLC fits into a narrative where writers are given the creative leave to leave out important details in their base game and given the creative leave to now expand and do what they feel is necessary to make the universe feel bigger, better, more whole, and make characters more fleshed out and give you more of what you came for in the first place. And I came here for the idea of the, you know, what is the molded? What is, you know, Miranda's end goal? What is the Megamycete and the Megamycete? What's its actual properties? What's all? And Shadows of Rose delivered in spades. If people can let writers do this more often, and sorry for me to rehash ancient history, but it's the idea of letting writers do this for even remakes of older Resident Evils, if that's what people want, and let writers do that for newer games in the series that haven't been even written yet. Like, you know, what would be the sequel to this game? If we can allow them to do that, I have good hopes, because this is top-notch writing. From beginning to end, it's obvious that from the inception of 7, they left room for the writers to have creative liberty to do things like Shadows of Rose. It is obvious from 7, the main game, not the DLC, that something like Shadows of Rose could and would occur if we allowed them to, and if we supported the idea of what they were doing, this new first-person perspective. And so it is just amazing to see good writing come to fruition and for people to enjoy it. And holy hell, is survival horror that much scarier when you know something about what's going on around you and you know what could be coming up and there's nothing you can do about it. Case in point, having to revisit Beneviento in this game was the most terrified I've been of a horror game in a long time. It was terrifying. Terrifying. And I knew Beneviento, and that's great story writing. I knew Beneviento from playing the main game. I knew Beneviento was going to come back up because it looked like they were putting us through the paces of having to get to that house. It still didn't stop me from screaming my head off. It didn't stop me from being scared of it. Even if I knew that she could hallucinate, or even when I could guess Evelyn is in the mix now. It's not like me knowing more about it and making correct guesses made me any less scared. It made me more scared. The idea that Evelyn now is manipulating and blocking off her guardian angel Michael, which is her dad, me guessing the whole time it's her dad, the fact that I could guess the whole time it is her dad, that is what is called top-notch story writing. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I love this thing. I hope other people loved it too. Yes, Beneviento's house got much more scary the more I realized what was happening. The more I realized I was just going to be manipulated. The more I realized that the further you go in the house, it just gets worse. Unlike the original Beneviento, where it feels like there's a way through and you've got the giant jelly bean baby, this time it was being thrown for loop after loop after loop. All right, well, you thought this was scary? Well, this is how she got picked on in her past, just like Ethan went through. Now Ethan had to go through dolls. You got to go through dolls as well. And Mia's mannequin. Except for now, Mia's mannequin is now stalking you. And now the dolls are giant and they're stalking you. And now it is, holy crap, you can't fight back. It felt more like Clock Tower. And I knew what was happening. Evelyn is, I even guessed at it. Evelyn is jealous of Rose and her family. She is actively acting against Miranda's wishes and against Rose being in there, because if not for Rose, Evelyn might have got what she wanted. I knew all that. It didn't make and I knew that Benevento is all about the dolls. It didn't make it any less scary. In fact, knowing the dolls were involved and knowing the mannequin was, knowing all of it was involved made it worse. It made it worse because I didn't want more of it. As in the point of like, I was getting scared and I just wanted to run away. It was great horror. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. For those of you who are not live, I'll see you in the next one really soon.